Hello and welcome to today's video. This video comes courtesy of KrebsOnSecurity.com. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to this article in the comments section of the or in the description of the video. Why paper receipts are money at the drive-through. So when I was a kid, I remember when Walgreens started up at one of the places where I was growing up. And I always remembered there was a sign that said $5 or $10 if we don't issue you a receipt. And man, I hope that I got that. I hope they wouldn't give me that receipt. I wanted to get that 10 bucks. I desperately wanted to get that 10 bucks as a kid. It was like the thing, and I never did. I never did. And here's why. Because the owner was trying to prevent his employees or her employees from stealing. And this is what this is about. This Jimmy John's, who doesn't like a good Jimmy John's sandwich? I do. I enjoy them pretty good. Maybe a little expensive, but that's just my opinion. They closed down and they're going to open on Monday, June 20th, which is the date of this flyer. But what happened was that they were caught. The significant financial resources were taken as a defrauded scam. Now, they said if there was a CEO fraud scam or something like that, that you'd be in good company because most people would do that. That wasn't the first thing I thought of because as a fraud investigator, I knew what a receipt meant. Okay, and this receipt guarantees that the employees cannot skim money off of the company. Skimming is different than cash larceny in the sense that skimming takes money before it hits the records of the company. So what these employees or these managers at this Jimmy John's were alleged to be doing, I don't want to, as a fraud investigator, you never assign fault. You say alleged. You don't know for sure until it's been convicted. And it doesn't sound like from this article that they have. But they were taking these transactions, and when it was a cash transactions, they would only enter it to find the information out for the change and everything else. And when they pulled up, they would give them the change and take their cash, but wouldn't issue them a receipt because once they drove off, they would void the transaction and make it to where that transaction never occurred. So they would keep the cash and keep moving on their day. And so as this went on, the article says that they took roughly $100,000. I don't remember if it said anything about the length of time that this was going on, but the way it was found out, a lot of fraudsters, when they start committing fraud, never want to take a vacation or they never want to leave because if they do, then sometimes things will be discovered. So what happened was the suspects wanted to get together and be on the same shifts or whatever and just have some time together. So the owner said, all right, I will take a Mondays and Tuesday shifts and you guys can have the rest of the week. And what he found out was that the 2 days that he was running the cash register were substantially higher numbers than when it was the other two managers who were married. And it found out that they were pulling this scheme where they would take this cash and stuff like that. So it's a good chance that perhaps they were now going to have this sign that says, if we don't issue you a receipt, we're going to do this. One of the things that I have to wonder about, though, because you're still and this is why an audit's always good. They should have caught this based on the inventory. When inventory becomes, well, when you sell inventory and it's not being recorded as a sale, you're going to be showing on your books a whole lot more inventory than is really there. And as a result, if they saw a huge uptick in purchasing of inventory, but not an uptick in corresponding sales, that should have been also a red flag. And I don't know because it doesn't really go into the inventory aspects of this. It's more or less communicating to the public at large. But this is kind of one of those frauds that can be prevented with just a few internal controls, making sure a receipt is issued, giving this little thing that saying that if you don't get a receipt, let us know. We'll give you 10 bucks. We'll buy you another burger or something. That way it's going to incentivize the customer to say, hey, you didn't give me a receipt. I want my burger or I want my cash bonus or whatever. And what you want to do on your employee side, first of all, is you never, never, never want to let your two managers who are married work together. Ever, 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 ever. First, there's possibility of nepotism, but second of all, you have these schemes. A husband and wife situation, a brother sister situation is less likely to whistleblow on the other person than if it's a two unknown coworkers. Okay, don't ever let relatives work the controls of a company together because they can collude, and we don't want that. That's what happened here. What they do say here too at the end is that if a lot of these people, these businesses don't want this to be public, and that's true. There are many that go unreported because they simply don't want the publicity, the negative publicity. But the article points out that you can inform the IRS that they had taken this money and guarantee they're not reporting this on their tax returns. So they can receive big penalties and prison time and stuff like that by tax evasion than through maybe making it public. So if you're worried about your company being public or being publicly humiliated or bad press because of this, then that's certainly a way you can go to make sure the perpetrator is still punished. So anyway, very interesting article. If you hope you enjoyed this. If you do, smash that like button, whatever. Hey, it's just a fun video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you go to this website, give the Krebs on Security website some traffic. I will put that in the description. Anyway, thank you so much. You guys have a great day.